was built to last. With the webs I'm weaving, I could change the past. With all I'm achieving, got my foot on gas. Never stop competing. If you break my glass, then this life's gonna end.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be
What's good, YouTube? It's Guided DF. Today I got for you this Anthony Davis build. I went up and down on all the attributes, and eventually I found a build that represents him perfectly. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, bro, so now we are in the builder. Like, I had to make an Anthony Davis video because he's been going absolutely crazy in the league. I don't even know how many points he's putting up right now. Like, oh my gosh, like he's just going absolutely insane. Getting like a double-double, even maybe a triple-double, like just on a nightly basis. So okay, so let's just start it off, bro. So for create your own, this is what you're gonna do. Obviously, Anthony Davis, right-handed, and of course he's jersey number 3. So let's just get right into it, bro. All right, so I put him at small forward just because it unlocks a little bit more attributes, because we need more attributes, obviously, to try to create a demigod Anthony Davis build. You're gonna put his weight at 233. You're gonna make his wingspan 7'3". Now I promise you, bro, I put the attributes up and down like I was telling you, so this is the best version that you're gonna find out there. So you're gonna put his close shot as an 84, which is a lot higher than the other bigs that you see because he's a really good finisher in that small area. And then for driving layup, you're gonna bring it up to a 71. This unlocks that Zion Williamson layup package, one of the best layup packages in the game. He's very strong on those little lays right next to the basket in contact, so of course we had to bring this up. And then with driving dunk, it's all the way up to an 89. I wanted him to have very strong finishing, get contact dunks. This just felt like the perfect attribute for me. Now, standing dunk, you guys are like, wait a second, why is it at 75? I am not seeing big contact dunks unless if it's all the way up at a 90, like 90, 95. I just feel like 75 at least gets you right up on bronze. You know, that's good enough for me, and I feel like that will represent the Anthony Davis build good enough. Now, with post control, he's all about that post. He's all about it. So you're going to bring this all the way up to an 87, allowing you to get post-up poet on gold, and then, you know, unpluckable on silver. Mid-range, you're going to bring this all the way up to an 87. He's a mid-range demon, bro. You get to bring it all the way up to 87, and then you're going to bring his three-pointer all the way up to an 80. Now, you will see this later, but we're going to get that shifty shooter on silver, and since it's a tier 2, you can use that +2 as a the +1 for the tier 2 badge on shifty shooter to get it all the way up to gold, which really gives you the attribute of a 91 overall mid-range. And then for the free throw, you have to bring this all the way up to a 73. For pass accuracy, we're only going to bring this up to a 50. I know Anthony Davis, bro, like he has really good pass accuracy. That's just one of those things that we're going to have to give up on this build. Otherwise, we're going to have to bring this down to like a 76 probably to be able to raise this up. You know, it's kind of like what you want to give up. If you guys are planning to make this build, this is probably the way that I would probably make it. So I'm actually going to make this from now on the actual build I'm going to be showing you to be for real right now. So we're going to use that, and then okay, perfect. So we're going to bring this down to like a 76, and we're going to give it a 71 pass accuracy. We're going to see where we can go from there. So we're going to bring this up to a 75 ball handle, and that gives you the ankle assassin, handles for days, unpluckable, and you're going to see that we get a strong handle badge on this build too. You're going to see it in just a minute. Speed of ball, you get to bring this all the way up to a 68. You know, you get that lightning launch on bronze. You could also use that tier 2 +1 on this badge, but I'd probably still use it, you know, I'd probably use it on the mid-range for the, unless if you're kind of like set, every single time, like you're playing with somebody where, you know, they're not passing you the ball to fade, even though, you know, your build is going to be really good at it. If you're more of a spot up for that person, maybe you will want to leave it, you know, you might want to bring it down and use it on lightning launch. And then interior defense, you're going to bring this all the way up to a 76. I know that's kind of low for Anthony Davis, but if you use it correctly, you're going to be completely fine. And then perimeter defense wise, you're going to be able to bring this all the way up to 73. He's a very solid big man perimeter defender, but of course he's not like a Kawhi Leonard, so this is going to be able to fit exactly what you need for him. You actually only need it to be a 71, but I give you just a little bit more to bring it up to that 72. And I'm actually going to bring it down to a 71 right now, just because I know I'm going to have to make a little bit of changes for that 71 pass accuracy. Now for the steal, nobody cares about the steal. Like, like he gets a little bit of steals, but I don't, I'm not really seeing that. You're going to bring this all the way up to a 91 overall block. Now with that plus 5 that everybody has, you can use it on this area to bring it all the way up to a 96 overall block. But for now, we're just going to have it at a 91. For the offensive rebound, you have to bring this all the way up to an 85 overall. And then you're just going to leave it at 70. You're going to get those rebounds. I promise you. The 85 gives you good enough attributes. You're going to be able to get this box out beast after you get the strength on. You're going to be completely fine. The speed you get to bring up to a 72. He's pretty fast. 72 is pretty solid for a big man. That's pretty solid. You get to bring this up to a 65 agility. This gives you, it unlocks that shifty shooter on silver. And then with that +1, like I was talking about, you can bring it all the way up to gold. And then for strength purposes, you get to bring this all the way up to an 83. That's where I'm supposed to get it to. And vertical. So this is completely messed up. So I'm going to have to take this all the way back to down to a 50. That's just the way it's going to have to be. And then bring this up to an 83. And then this all the way up to an 80. And then this is where maybe we have a few extra attributes, and this is where I would probably, if you guys want to, put it back on pass accuracy. You guys should be a little bit more creative with this. I used it on perimeter. Perimeter is probably where I'm going to put it back on, and then maybe give myself this 3-pointer, and this will be my Anthony Davis build. I made a few changes here after kind of re-looking at the build. I feel like this is a little bit closer to him. If you guys have any other ones, like while you're making it, where you're like, wait a second, is this a little bit better to match Anthony Davis? You guys can change it up, but I really do feel like this is very close to his play style and how good he is in real life. And then of course we gotta look at the shade, bro. Okay, so obviously we're at the small forward position. We get a Laker. So we got Rui Hachimura, Lauri Markkanen. Actually Lauri Markkanen kind of has that same kind of play. You guys understand what I'm saying? Like, he's not like that huge build or anything, but they kind of have that like same kind of play, so that's kind of cool. So it's a 2-way 3-level scoring threat. Okay, and then if we're looking at animations wise, of course, I use a lot of like the basic. We use basic a lot. If you get really like antsy and you need better dribbling, you guys can check out other people that play on big builds like me. But in total, I have to use that Anthony Davis motion style. Now, if you guys are not actually trying to act like Anthony Davis, you guys can use Nikola Jokic. That's like actually the best big man motion style. And then if we go to dunk style creator, you get the basic, two-handers off 2, big man off 2 is the 2 I'd be using. I use the basic 2-handers off 1, the hangs. You get your contact dunks. Make sure to get your contact dunks on. You're going to be able to get this contact right here, the pro contact dunks. And then for 2 foot, you also will be able to get your, the pro contact dunks again. If you're looking at standing dunk purposes, you're not going to be able to get the contact dunks like I do have on this build, but you are going to be able to get the NBA dunks. You're going to be able to get the rim pulls, and then, that's all. You get the rim pulls and the regular. And then for the signature dunks, you're going to get a really good one. So I make sure to you get the Giannis one on the build. You do not get the Shaq. I think you get other ones. I think, yeah. So you do get this one. You get the Dwight Howard. I always use Draymond's. I love his explosion. All those like different dunks that are like really fast and good. I think there's like a few other ones that we can look at here. Karl Anthony Towns is extremely overpowered, so make sure that you get him as a dunk package on this build. And then I'm also going to tell you the dunk pack or the jump shot that I use on this Anthony Davis build. Alright, so for the way of like a jump shot, this is gonna be the jump shot that I would use if I was on your Anthony Davis build. So I'd be using the Jonathan Isaac base, the Charles Bassey release 1, and David West release 2, a 70-30 blend. And for me personally, when I'm using rhythm shooting, which you should be using on this build, except for if you're fading, of course, you still have that like 87 mid range with that shifty shooter. You can use X. But in this case, for the 3-pointer, I'm definitely using rhythm shooting. So I'm going to put on release as my timing, full release speed, and then of course, we're going to be greening every single time. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.